Good morning. This is episode 3. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're enjoying the build. I'm actually driving to work. So yesterday was February the 14th, Valentine's Day. Hopefully you guys remembered. My wife called me at work and said, hey, I'm coming to pick you up. And we went to the movies, which is good because I can't drive my car to the movie theater because while it's sitting in the parking lot, I will be literally stressing out that somebody's going to door ding it or back into it. My wife, on the other hand, completely relaxed, drives the car in a safe spot, sits down and watches the movie. 25 years ago to the day we did the exact same thing. So Titanic is back in the movie theater, and that's what we went to see in 1997 when we were dating. We went out to dinner, then to see Titanic, and then on to the street races. So we're actually eating at Chipotle. So we're actually eating at Chipotle. First I want to show you this big ginormous cat. So I want to do some more testing. So we've got some data from our dual cat system, and then this is a large cat. This is 6-inch diameter brick. 4, we need to cone down to 3. So we're going to be putting another cone each end because this will be a little bit more economically priced. I'll tell you more about this later. But the dual cat system, obviously you're buying 2 cats and then all the piping. That is representing right there. That's awesome. Now you know what? If you get that tattooed on there, your next service is on us. It has to be.
That's real.
It has to be permanent. Look how cool that is. I can see exactly where Esther is. So I'm just kidding. She can track me too. We can all track each other that way. We all know where we are. So this is the resonator tube. We made essentially a test tube. Test pipe. There's nothing in it except just the resonator to help with sound. Tycon sell you the titanium O2 bunk, and it's already shaped to fit the pipe, which is fantastic. These are a stainless one, and as you see, they don't fit the pipe. We're going to do the first dyno with the straight through pipe. We're going to test that against our dual cat system and then against the huge single cat. That's we can get some side-by-side comparisons. I'm calling this a test pipe because it's straight through. It is a resonator. It takes some of the noise out of it just because we had it. We did have it in the back. We just basically put it up here. But it's straight through. There's nothing in here at all. And as you see, it's got one of these guys, so the O2 light doesn't come on. Well, we're going to put the cat in there and run it exactly the way it is and put the second O2 sensor back in. And then I'm going to do a little bit of testing and see that the cat is doing a good job. I'm going to monitor the second O2 and make sure it is actually clean and make sure that the numbers are doing what they're supposed to do. Then the last test, I think we're going to drop the boost hose and run it out the 2.5, which you can see back there. See actually how much power that drops over the 3. It should be kind of interesting and see where the changeover happens. Alright, so I can confirm the airbox was a success. Adding that extra hole for airflow, that took care of that, so we're back to the OEM airbox. Let's upload this. Let's go do another run. Alright, so you can see how massive this cat is. Well, it actually does a good job tucking up in there. It's actually higher up than you would think when you get it from the side right here. It's barely dropping below that frame rail right there. So it's got more clearance than I thought it would have because it's just a monster looking cat. So next question is, does it rob any power? Intake temps are definitely staying low. Let's go ahead and record it. You ready? All right. So the exhaust is working. This is opening exactly. I mean, it's hitting full boost at 4,400 RPMs. It's peak boost at 14.6, and it's at 4,400 RPM. So it's opening immediately at 4 pounds of boost, which is actually 2,800 RPMs. Oil cooler is working. It stays nice and warm. It's not hot to the touch. These are the results. 407 was the best with the straight through pipe. 394 with the dual cats, and 388 with the big monster fat cat. Well, what I think I'm going to do is adjust the boost controller to get it as close to 400 as we can with the cat, and then we'll try dropping the hose and actually see what it does going through the 2.5. We'll find out exactly where it breaks off, what the difference is. Experimenting now, so it's sitting solid at 402. We've pulled the boost hose and we're going to do a run. See what it does. That valve is not going to open anymore, so it's going to be dependent on the 2.5 inch only. It's all going to come out of here. All right, I switched to my cell phone. The camera is dying, so we're going to be running off the 2.5 inch only. You ready? All right, go. See right there where it starts to hold it back, but that is again with that weird wrench, so it's actually doing better than I thought it would. All right, so right here, 3,600 RPM. It's already at 7.5 pounds of boost. The valve opens fully at 4, so we're looking to see where the crossover is. So 3,300 right there, 5 psi, and the valve is already open at that point. 3,200, 4.5. 3,100, 4.1. So the valve is open fully, and that transition change was about 3,500 RPMs. All right, so now we're done the playing around. I'm going to finish fine-tuning and get the air-fuel ratio on the money. It's pretty close. It was close enough to do our experimenting, but I didn't spend a whole lot of time getting the air-fuel exactly right, because obviously there is some changes and it's going to affect the air-fuel ratio. 407, really shoot for 400, but you know, you always take a little bit of free power. One thing to note, we're on zero smoothing, and the graph is clean as can be. There's no noise in the motor at all. It's 5 smoothing, which is pretty much what we usually do. It just takes all the little inconsistencies out of it, and you see it. All right, so I just had to go over to Superior. They had a Ford truck that needed some welding doing. Now, all of these newer trucks have really, really thin aluminum panels, and as soon as they get bumped, the panels crack. So often what I will do is go over there and weld them, then they'll finish grinding them down and getting them kind of close, and then finish it with bodywork. If not, if you don't weld those, they'll just continue to crack, and it'll crack, obviously, the bodywork and the paint. But there it is. Little thin material, but I've got pretty good at doing those. So these wheels are the V3 that I had powder coated to match the center caps. I actually bought these genuine CR center caps, which cost an arm and a leg, by the way. And I had these wheels matched, which took 2 or 3 attempts. So I didn't want to tease you guys and show I bought Boogan wheels, because I didn't. I bought these wheels from MITA. They're a reproduction wheel, but from what I've seen them in person, we had a customer with them on his car, and I was impressed by the quality, and they're forged. You can get them in staggered or square or even custom sizes, and the fact that they're made to fit your S2000 perfect with no bore spacing or no adapters, and they're 1 inch wider, so that's what I got. It took about 7 weeks to get them. First, I gotta say the packaging is fantastic. It's a box within a box, and then the wheels actually have this foam piece in here that keeps them center, so they're not going to rub against the outside of the box. The finish and the color on these are on the money. I mean, they are nice, even on the replica cap. Now these are a little bit wider. Another thing to note is they are pocketed. So if you do run the spacer that has the additional stud, the pocket here has the relief for that thread to stick out. But because of the offset on these, they should be on the money. Alright, so they even included the wheel hardware, so it comes with a key right here, and this isn't an actual wheel lock, it is six-sided, but these are forged aluminum right here. Nice looking piece, and they are set for the wheels. You see they've got a taper, it's not a ball and seat, so that's important to make sure they match the wheels. I think I will run these, I like them, they look good. Valve stems came included also, however we won't be using those because we have TPMS sensors. I like these wheels. It's not that there's anything wrong with them, I just really like the Mugen look wheel, even though they're not genuine Mugens, they are knockoff wheels, but they appear to be good quality. They are forged. Well, the height of the car I like. I just think it needs a different wheel, and I think with the other little things that I have planned for the car, I think it needs it. My builds tend to be very conservative, and I don't think I'm really stepping too far out in the crazy look. Different wheels. I might consider going down maybe 1/4 of an inch. We'll see what it looks like with the wheels. Those wheels should come out a little bit, should look a little more aggressive, so it'll appear lower than what it is. I do plan on staying with these tires. These tires literally have a tail of the Dragon Trip and a couple of drives to roundabout car meets. They're kind of green. They're definitely gonna have to be cleaned. Look at that. TPMS sensors, obviously we'll stay with the new wheels. I'll clean these tires. When the tires come off, I'm gonna weigh these as well as weigh in the new wheels, just so we have a comparison, but the wheels are wider, so I expect them to be a little heavier. So hub centric means that the hub fits this without any kind of spacer or a conversion piece, so they should fit on there perfectly.
Center it up right on the hub.
Did it rattle? Oh, that's awesome. So we'll show you the offset when the tire is on. And the S2000 is kind of weird because it has different size front to back. Does it fit on there pretty tight?
Oh yeah.
And this is the kind of room you have if you're doing big brakes. We get a little measurement right here. Right around 2 inches right there. Actually about 2 inches all the way through there. I wonder if you can see that. So the caliper, outside of the caliper right here, furthest point out is, looks about 1 inch right there. So plenty of room for big calipers. Alright, so we're on our way to our friend Carlos. He is going to take the tires off the V3s and put them on the Mita wheels. So I don't want that stretched look, so I'm hoping the wheel and tire combination looks right. The new wheel is 1 inch wider front and rear. So fingers crossed, if not, I'll end up revisiting that again, which I don't want to. So we're taking them to Carlos because he has a lot of experience with different size wheels and even the complicated wheels. I don't want them to get damaged. I don't want to have to go through that again. So, just as a little backstory, I tried to buy these seats off this guy. Well, these are Sparco SPX with a matte carbon red stitching. I really like these seats, and I contacted him as soon as he posted them, and sent him the money. Of course, he wanted me to send it Zelle and then wanted me to send it friends and family. And I insisted that I just pay the fee. I covered his PayPal fee just in case. And 2 days later, he said, hey, that payment's still sitting pending. And I called PayPal, and they said, well, no, it's not. You've got good standing with us. The money is in his hands. I mean, look at these things. I really wish I could have got these. Well, long story. I just checked PayPal. I filed a dispute. He just quit responding. Of course, you know, did the old disappear off the planet thing. And I just got notification from PayPal. They just put the money back in my account. So that was a relief. Again, beautiful seats, but one of those things. Sometimes if it's too good to be true, sometimes it is. Well, there you go. PayPal came to the rescue. New grill on the new bumper. We'll show you this on the next episode. The wheels I'll be picking up tomorrow with the new tires on. I'll show you the rest of this, and hopefully you enjoy the series and get some ideas from it. And most of all, you know, enjoy your build and enjoy your car, which is what it's all about. I'm just sharing you what I'm doing. So thanks for watching. See you on the next video. If you like what you see, don't forget, hit the subscribe button. It does help. It helps our algorithms. It helps other people find us, helps us grow. Until then, we'll see you on the next video. Don't forget, enjoy your cars.